Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. What do you know about Indonesia? I mean, even if you were born in Indonesia, grew up in Indonesia, and live in Indonesia, it doesn't make you know all about Indonesia. For example, do you know how many cultures there are in Indonesia? Do you know it? Well, I don't think so. Why? Because nowadays we live in the digital era and our generation is a modern generation. And because of that, we barely know about our country. And it is so important for us as the young generation to at least know about our country. So now, let me tell you about the history of Indonesia. Indonesia began to be colonized in 1595 and became independent in 1945. And it's about 350 years since Indonesia had been colonized. Yeah, I know, that's a very long time. And because of that, almost all areas in Indonesia have been colonized. And that's why we, Indonesia, has a lot of tribes and culture. Well, that is a little history about Indonesia. Now, in today's world, our millennial children are growing up in an increasingly globalized and interconnected world. They are exposed to different culture and ways of life, which can be both a blessing or a curse. On the one hand, this exposure can broaden their horizon and help them appreciate the beauty and the diversity of the other world. On the other hand, it can lead to a loss of appreciation for their own cultural heritage. Therefore, it is vital that we take active steps to preserve our culture among millennial children. We need to teach them about our cultural heritage and help them appreciate its value. We need to expose them to our tradition, value, and beliefs, and help them understand how these have shaped us as a community. One of the best ways to do this is through storytelling. Stories are a powerful tool for transmitting cultural knowledge and value. They help us connect with our past and give us a sense of identity and purpose. By sharing stories with our millennial children, we can help them appreciate their cultural heritage and understand the importance of preserving it. It is also important to involve our millennial children in cultural activities and events. This can be as simple as attending cultural festival or cooking traditional meals together as a family. By engaging with our cultural heritage in a meaningful ways, we can ensure that it remains alive and relevant for generations to come. Furthermore, teaching our children about our cultural heritage provides them with a sense of identity and help them to build their self-esteem. When they understand where they come from, they're better equipped to face the challenges of the world with confidence and resilience. Finally, preserving our culture is crucial of the preservation of our history. Our cultural heritage is a valuable source of knowledge, containing the story and experience of our ancestors. When we pass on this knowledge to our children, we help to keep our history alive and ensure that future generations will have access to the wisdom and insight of those who came before us. In conclusion, the preservation of our cultural heritage is essential to our personal and collective identity. As millennial parents and caregivers, we have the responsibility to pass on our traditions and value to the next generation. let us embrace our culture and instill in our children a sense of pride and belonging. I'm Fawwas Abid Yassin. Thank you for listening. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.